Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at wood chips on Farming Simulator 17 and kind of, I guess, sort of a tutorial. So you will need a tractor with some sort of log fork. This is slightly more expensive than the original little log fork, but either's just as fine. Some sort of front loader, tractor, telehandler, anything you want to use that has the capability of a log fork. Stump cutter is optional. I would suggest it if you want to get rid of the stumps. One trailer, you can do this with one trailer or you can use two. I like to use two because I like to do logs in this one and log dust in this one. Sawdust, log chips, wood chips, that's the one, wood chips. So wood chips will be going in this one, logs will be going in this one, and some sort of tree cutter machine. I don't really know what to call these, but this is the Scorpion King, and we'll just go and get a tree to sort of show you how it works. But basically, you know, let's say this tree here on our right, this tree is small and thin. This is the type of tree you're not going to get much for, okay, from the place where you sell it. So we're just going to line ourselves up a little bit here. That's too far that way. There we go. So this tree is far too small, we don't want this. So we'll put the cut length on 1 meter, which it's already on, that's good. And we'll put this straight in the machine that we haven't turned on yet. It's fine, we'll turn it on now. Now if you set your options to engine always on, then you can get out of the Scorpion King and deal with other stuff and it will keep a hold. If it's automatic start engine, then when you get out of the Scorpion King it will drop the log and you'll have some fun trying to get that back. It's not exactly hard, it's just a bit something that you don't really want to do, pretty much. Right, so little trees like this, they're going to go straight in here. Anything bigger than that, sort of medium to large trees, we're going to process differently. So let me go and grab a big tree and I will see you in a moment. Alright, so we're getting a bigger tree now. And you can already see the size difference between these trees. But this one, we're going to process completely differently. We're going to do, let's see how big this actually is. I'd say we're probably going to get about 2 logs off this. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to about here. But instead of putting it in that machine, we're going to put it over here. Bring it in. Change the length to 8 meters. And we're going to, I think, get 2 logs off this. Second log's not going to be as good, but the rest of this tree is now going to go in the machine. So we change the length back down to 1 meter. And just process it like that. And that's going to work for every single tree. So tiny trees go straight in here, medium trees you get about 1 log, 8 meters off. And then you put the rest of the tree in here, and then large trees you get about 2 8-meter logs off, and then you put the rest in here. So I'm going to fill up both of these trucks, and then I will see you on the other side. Alright, so we're back. Obviously it won't have been that long for you due to the power of editing, but as you can see we've got 59,000 sawdust, so we're going to go and turn off the chipper over here and turn off the Scorpion King. In fact, you know, I probably won't be coming back over here after, so we'll just turn off these lights. I was trying to get in this. Oh, fun times there. Right, so there we go. That's all turned off. Next thing to do, now that we've got 59,000 of this, is to fill up this trailer. But first, as soon as we've got this trailer full, we're going to take this over to our storage area. So I will catch you. Oh, we're taking that with us. I will catch you when we get over there. Alright, so we've arrived here at our farm now, and you've got three options. Option one is to put it in this heat plant here, and you can get that from the placeables, and it's just this heating plant 68,000. It's okay. I've been doing some testing, and to be honest, I've been getting like 9 grand a time. We're talking like 59,000 each time into there, and I was getting about 9 grand. But if I take it to the Stanton sawmill now, I'll get 299 per 1,000, so almost 300 per 1,000. So 300 times 59, basically. You can do the maths. But we're not going to, because that's still not really a lot of money for our wood chips. And this thing, it might give us more now, but you can't really tell. So we might only get 9 grand. So what I've been doing is, you can see everywhere we've got sawdust. And when the price rises at Stanton Sawmill, what we're going to do is then we're going to sell the sawdust. But for now, we're going to put it with this sawdust in the newest section. As you can tell, I do not need to chop down any more trees, but we're just doing it for this tutorial now. Okay, so we've arrived back to our second trailer, which obviously you could just bring back the first trailer. That's why I was saying you don't need to. You could just use like one trailer for both jobs. But now, if I can remember how to use this log fork, we're going to load this trailer up. This could be interesting. I don't know how we're going to get any of these logs in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this trailer out of the way. I think that is probably the best option, just so we've got room to work with. Alright, so we're full. We could probably fit a couple more logs in there, but we're not going to. Because the more that we get in there, the more chance that, you know, they're going to fall out. And we could chop them down into little 2-meter logs and put them in the back, you know, to really cram in all those logs. But there's something that you can, you know, you can work with yourself and see, you know, if you really want to waste all your time doing like 1 or 2-meter logs in the back. And if you want to, oh, I hate that camera. Why does it do that? It's like the camera is meant to be far away. Stop pushing it in. Oh no. Alright, so now that we've fixed that, we're going to head on over to the log Stanton sawmill. And I probably should warn you that, yeah, it's quite easy to tip this over. So, I probably should have mentioned that first. Some of you might want to go in third person, just to make sure you don't lose any logs. But, I mean, it's up to you if you're quite comfortable with driving. The cover doesn't do anything. It doesn't keep the logs in. This trailer was not really meant for logs, to be honest. You're meant to buy one of those actual log trailers. So yeah, I mean the choice is yours. I would recommend going about 25 to 30 miles an hour. Round the corner is probably about 25, if not slower. On a straight like this, you can get some speed up, but if you're going around corners, slow it down a lot and take them very wide to ensure you don't tip it, because it is really easy with this many logs to tip the trailer. But yeah, now you've got, I think, 3 options. So option number 1, if I just stop for a second here, is another placeable. You can buy this 72,000 that turns the wood into chips and sells them directly to the sawmill. But that means you're going to have to unload each log and, you know, get them in the machine. So if you do want to do it that way, you know, that does mean that you'll have some extra work to do. You can sell it in 2 places at the sawmill. So option 2 would be selling it at the little square where logs go, and option 3 will be to sell it where, like, in the water, because you can put logs in the water. And I don't think there is a price difference between the water and this little square, but we'll just put it in the water. This is the square where you'd normally put it. Yes, there is some wood chips there by mistake. Don't worry about that. That was when I first started playing and I've just never bothered to clean it up. So yeah, you just back this into the water. And option 4 would be just to take the logs home and keep them stored away until you want to sell them. But this method is sort of the way to get money now and store sawdust for later. But there you go. That's all the money we're getting. As you can see, it's like 1,500, 1,400, over $1,000 per log if you do it this way. Whether if we did every single 8-inch or 8-meter log, sorry, that would do. If we did it every 8-meter log that you could possibly get without the sawdust on the side, then we're gonna get, like, let's say $400 for some logs, and they're gonna take up space in your trailer, and you don't really want that. So this way, you know, you're going to get over $1,000 per each log. You've got all this sawdust at home waiting, or back at the farm, shall I say, waiting until the price of sawdust goes up, which, as you can see, our sawdust is $295 and dropping, so we're not going to sell our sawdust anytime soon. But when that goes up, we'll bring a trailer of sawdust over, or when there's a great demand. If there is ever a great demand for sawdust, then we will bring our sawdust over. We've got plenty of it. But yeah, that's basically it. There's 2 different, like, there's a few options there I gave you, and hopefully you can mix and match and see which one you like best. But that's the best way I think to do wood, is to do the big logs, sell them directly, and store the sawdust for later. Because if you just keep selling the sawdust, it's going to keep going down in price. Whether if you store it for later, you wait until the price rises, you're going to get more in the long run, and you're still getting money now for the logs. But really, wood isn't really that much of a well paid sort of thing, you know, like, oh yeah, 1,500 per, you know, such log. But for all the time that took, you know, you probably could have just sped up your time and sold a bunch of grass bales or something, or hay bales or whatever, and got quite a lot for that, because I think it's about 1,794 for, you know, a wrapped grass bale. So it's up to you whichever way you want to do it. Me personally, I think grass is probably the easier way, but if you're going to go down the wood route, I would say this is definitely a good way to, you know, deal with your wood. But that's it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully this was information that, you know, you can use. Hopefully it wasn't all terrible. Most of it was terrible. Normally, you know, I'm alright at driving these logs and getting them in the trailer and that, but for this video it just didn't really seem to go very well. So, but thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and share, hopefully, if you enjoyed it that much, and I will see you in the next video.